Alright, I am back with another Destiny video, and yes, actual gameplay footage. What's this? I wanted to do something about the reprisal of my Sidearm build from, man, when was it? I think it was Season of Dawn or something that I was rocking a Sidearm build. At one point, 2 sidearms for reasons that I can't quite remember now, but I remember it working to some degree. But I have rebuilt my Sidearm build based solely around brass attacks, because it is a rad new sidearm that is aggressive frame, like my beloved Breachlight, which is now sunset, and even with sunsetting going away, it's not coming back unless it gets reissued. But brass attacks is really good. And so I thought I would go through this build. I changed some things from my first one. This is kind of just what I'm using for Battlegrounds right now, because that's all about mowing through legions of enemies, which is exactly what sidearm builds are good at, in addition to taking down tougher enemies at the same time. So this is on my Hunter. You can do this on any class. I no longer need... I'm not doing trick sleeves anymore. I had this as part of the build for my original one, but I just don't think you need the boosts here for a few different reasons that I'll go into. And it's just hard to take off stompies, obviously, in any context, so I have these on for now too. Start with the main gun for this, which is brass attacks. The role I have here is Killing Wind Frenzy. I've talked about Frenzy before, but I really enjoy it, especially for something that's just constant combat like Battlegrounds. Frenzy is, I would argue, better than Rampage for PvE, especially because it also increases handling and reload. And one of the reasons I don't need trick sleeves anymore is I don't need like instantly maxed sidearm reload, because Frenzy gets it up high pretty fast, and then if you just have a normal reload speed mod on, that's pretty good. Killing Wind boosts mobility, range, and handling, so you have double handling boosts here. And that's another reason you don't need trick sleeves. Mobility is just how fast you kind of move around when you're aiming down the sights, so this makes this build feel really just clean and fluid, especially in Hunter. Range is great on sidearms, and it can kind of double as an assault rifle or SMG or things that have generally longer range than sidearms. This will be active pretty frequently as you're always mowing down enemies, so it just feels really great on sidearms. Killing Wind is actually pretty good in PvE sidearms, or PvP sidearms too, but Frenzy is not. So I'm trying to get a Killing Wind Rampage version of this for PvP. For now I'm using a crappy Keening, which has terrible rolls, but the gun is so good at its core, I'm using that anyway. I don't know what else I have on here. Light mag, reload speed, and range, and corkscrew for range stability and more handling speed, and then stability masterwork. So as you can see, pretty flat stats across the board here, but it feels really good. I'm just doing succession here. I do not have a very good succession. I need a better one. You can also do heritage, but since my other 2 things here are close range, succession is if I need to do some longer hits. Lament, I mean, this is Battlegrounds, and this can cut through anti-barrier champions or any champions, period. Unstoppable champions, whatever. You can also do rockets here too if you want. I don't remember, do I have Argent on this? No, I don't. At one point I had like an Argent build with this too, but you're mostly using your charges of light for the sidearm, so I'll get into that in a second. Lament is also great for Battlegrounds bosses in general. Subclasses Revenants, it can be whatever you want, but Revenant is obviously very good for many reasons. So we get into the mods here. These can be kind of, you need at least a couple solar things here, and 1 void thing for surprise attacks. Powerful Friends, because, I mean, you always want mobility. This is not like fully optimized, but Swift Charge is what you definitely need for this, because you get charged with light with rapid sidearm kills, and remember, all of these things are not being sunset anymore. They were supposed to go away pretty soon here, I think. I just have a reload speed mod here because there are no more enhanced reload mods. This will get a lot better, this build, I think, once they give sidearms an anti-champion mod. Right now I'm just kind of have dead space right here, but it seems like it's probably time for sidearms to have a champion mod next season, so I'm hoping that I can still use this for then. And keep going. Taking charge, just another way to generate charges of lights. I kind of always have this on, and then I always like some resistance mods. It depends what you're doing, but these are probably not the best for Battlegrounds, but whatever. Stompies that I love. I actually just got these Stompies. Look at that mobility. Look at it, but I already masterworked these. And these were pretty good at the beginning, so whatever. Nope, traction's still on, so I was playing on console. Rocket Launcher Scavenger is still on, because I haven't changed that to Sword Scavenger. And Surprise Attack. So this is 1 energy. You get less intellect, but this is the thing where if you get up charges with light, it will consume those stacks and give you 5 rounds of a essentially double damage buff with a sidearm, which just sidearms are already great at damage and are underestimated for their DPS, but this just kind of makes it crazy. And then for my cloak, I just have supercharged, so you can get up to, well, you can get 4 stacks total with this, and that will get you 20 shots if you are fully charged with light times 4. So it's more than a full clip usually. And that is the basics of it. We'll see if I can just hop into a battleground here to test it out a little bit. I was doing these earlier, trying to save up some charges for next time. Do I have a thing on? All right. The exorbitant cost of the Hammer of Proving, as ever, and then this rune, which never gives me a bonus charge, even though it says it will. And yeah, I've just been really enjoying this build because I miss sidearms. Like, I think sidearms are dramatically underrated. Like, I'm the true vanguard of sidearms, but for PvE. Like, he's always rocking them in PvP and just destroying everything, but I really love them for PvE content. I know I'm probably not going to be able to use them for things like Grandmaster Nightfalls and things, because you don't really want to be that close to enemies, and it's not offering any anti-champion bonuses or anything, but I still just like them for most kind of generalized PvE content, and I think they're a lot of fun. So Brass Attacks has been so good that I just really wanted to make a replacement for it, or for my Breachlight build that I did a while back, and realizing that I could kind of do it without trick sleeves thanks to the changes to reload mods, and also, what else did they change? Oh yeah, the Frenzy. Yeah, Frenzy. Frenzy is the thing that gives you all the stacks of, well, not stacks, but it gives you increased reload speed, and that's kind of all you need. You do get bonus damage if you switch to sidearms when wounded with trick sleeves, but it's not 100% necessary. Oh good, it's Europa. Everyone's favorite. The only one that's worse than Europa. Some people think Europa's the worst, but honestly, I think the second Nessus one is, because I really don't like the Scion final boss, and I really don't like fighting immune wyverns, which is desperately unfun. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully my team's not AFK. Yep, just cleaning the field, and so I'm already charged with light, so that just gives you stacks instantly. If I was paying more attention, I could be picking up these orbs. And charge magazine does not go away when you reload, so you will retain whatever charge shots you have just automatically, essentially. And like, yeah, it does, you know. I have minor spec on it. My god, I forgot they blow up if you shoot them in the tank. I have minor spec on it, which I think makes it a overall more enjoyable experience, because you can treat essentially orange bars like they are red bars. My old build had a Vorpal Breachlight that I put boss spec on, to the point where like that could actively mow down champions, but you cannot get a roll of Vorpal on Brass Attacks, so I kind of just dispense with that, and I still have either rockets or a sword or a sniper or a shotgun for like big boss kills if I need it. So I'm not relying on the shotgun or the sidearm for literally everything. So it's a little different in that regard. Realizing I forgot to put my headphones in, so I'm just operating with no sound here, and it's hopefully not going to get me killed too often, but what I'm trying to do, I guess, is get enough hammer charges to do the armor drops right when the new reset happens, just because there's only 3, so you might as well try to get, like, you know, Rico focused armor or something like that. It's not really worth it to use it on the weapons for the hammer charges, because it's 10 charges for when you could be getting 10 weapons otherwise, so I don't let that. Don't need to use the actual lament thing, I don't care. You get ammo back for it anyway. And nope, too many things. Ugh, Stormcaller, huh? But people people don't really revive you that often in these, I found. Sometimes, but not very often. And are we down to 2 people? Oh no, he's over there. Okay. Alright, it's time for some actual Lament action. There we go. Yeah, what's the point of even having champions if you have Lament? There really isn't one. And done. I realized the key to those, I used to like try to stand on the ground and throw it straight and it would never work, but now I realize you have to just jump and throw. And I still die about half the time, but you know, that's par for the course. I don't like this Europa one because it's so, like the sections are just too long and there's that part where there's nothing but just like a couple Vex here and there. And like this one isn't really an objective part, it's just like, we're just going to dump a bunch of Cabal on you and that's kind of it. But just use it to stock up on heavy ammo and supers. But oh yeah, I have Grim Harvest on for my hunter. I know no one uses that, but I really like throwing stars. So, and like when you get kills with the throwing stars, they instantly give you Grim Harvest stuff. So I just thought that was good. But like, see how fast that rips through yellow bars, and like that was just the damage boost from the Ice Shatter thing, and I think some Charge Magazine. I'm not sure how those stack, honestly. I don't know if they all stack together or what, but pretty much nothing can stand up to Charge Magazine Sidearms. Except maybe like final bosses, and even them, you know, not all that often. But then they just drop a million pods here, and when you think they're done and you go over there, they drop another one and kill you. No. Okay, perfect. Yep, this is the last guy. Will not be blown up by him this time. Get out of here. Okay. You guys getting like patterns where you know exactly where you super during like each run of something? Even if it's not the most optimal, I just like always super there for no reason. Damn, I'm getting all the Here Always pieces. This is just extremely dope. Can't wait to spend all 10,000 of those I have on... What were those even for? I think it was for like the weapon quests from Barracks where they had like 6 million steps and those weapons aren't even very good. I don't know. It's just one more currency they need to delete for sure. Like things die so fast with the sidearm, like I need something like I need to be doing something higher power level because it's just not like it doesn't really show you anything because it's so just ridiculous. Boop. Another thing people don't usually do is bring anti-champion weapons to these, even though it's a playlist that has 2 champion modifiers. Not to call these people out because I don't actually know if they didn't have them or not, but we'll see. I hope that I forget to get on my Sparrow. Oh well. This is the part where you just run a really long way for no real reason, and there's like 6 Vex every couple of feet. But yeah, so there's the sidearms this season are really clutch. I really like this one. I really want a better version of the Keening. I'm hoping they're going to increase drop rates of that. I know everyone is farming for Bottom Dollar and Frozen Orbit, but I am dying for a better version of Keening. I posted this on Twitter, but like I just have the worst. I have like 2, and they're both like Vorpal something, like Vorpal Slide Shot, and like they're just terrible. So I want like anything reasonably good, and it can roll with like so many perks that like there are a number of good rolls on it, but man, there are a lot of bad rolls on it too. So I don't know how much Crucible I'm gonna have to play to get those. I've gotten way more Frozen Orbits, and I don't snipe very much, so that has not been terribly useful. So we'll see. I really hope they increase drop rates before it's like 2 weeks left in the season. They kind of made mention about that. I know they wanted these to be long-term grinds, and they did shut down sunsetting, so now it doesn't feel quite as bad, but still, I don't love it. Oh, the other thing about this is that's different than Breachlight is that it's void, so it can also be used to pop void shields, which is something Breachlight couldn't do. You can... energy primaries are debatable in terms of their overall goodness, and there were a ton of them this season especially. And you kind of have to use a lot of like DSC weapons with them. I wish they would have more primary special weapons, because they're just... Oh, he intercepted that. There are not that many right now. Okay, let's saw through some ball here. Take a break. Yeah, see, I'm doing, you know, 4,500 damage a shot. It's not bad. What is going on here? Barrier Colossus. Oh, look at all these shiny drops. Okay, yep, see, no one brought anything anti-barrier, so it's up to me. It's fine, I don't mind. Nothing else to do with Lament, and just gonna burst these yellow bars down. Oh, I might die. And oh, my teammate's dead. And time for another... Where did he go? Oh, okay, he's over here. Come on. Get this thing down. Where's my teammates? Sometimes it can like respawn you way far away, so it's always good to res people in here especially. Now he's almost got it up. Is he like underpowered here or something? What's going on? It's fine. No worries. And now things get really crazy with enemy density. So they put like 50,000 guys in here, but you know what's great at clearing out enemy density? This sidearm build. So you just rip through all these guys and get some damage down on the Colossus for good measure. Nope. Hard pass on that. You gonna die? Okay. And now we do the final damage phase. I might try and figure out if I can put the Charge with Light sword mod on this. See if that doesn't screw with the stacks for the sidearm too much. Because I feel like that could be good here. What is going on? Do your whole chain. Alright, I'm like sucking at the combo here for some reason. Snipers are good for taking those down. Okay, now a billion guys are spawning again. I cannot see anything. So many particle effects. Alright, I think I have a super. I'll just toss it your way. And see if I can get up here. Where's the tornado going? And he's dead. Perfect. And that is your sidearm build. Mostly for Battlegrounds and strikes and Gambit, actually. I use that for Gambit quite a bit. So what do we got for our future? I've got a couple Masterwork versions of these already. Auto-loading Demolitionists. Nope. Don't care about that at all. But actually, wait, how many hammer charges did I get? Two. Another 2. So that's 3 in a row where I did not get a bonus hammer charge. Perfect. And yeah, so that is my sidearm builds, version 2.0 for Season of the Chosen. I guess it's been a year almost since I did the last one. I gotta look that up, but I'm really enjoying it. Brass Attacks is awesome. I have a couple Masterwork versions of these. Still hunting for that Killing One Rampage for PvP instead of my Garbage Keening, which is this, which I use in PvP. So I do kind of like Keening more, just in general. I think it's got better stability and range for PvP, but this is my PvE baby, and if you want to give this a shot, I think there's a lot of modifications you can do to it. You can do it on any class, really. That's not specific to Trick Sleeves this time around, so yeah, go nuts. Sidearms are extremely underrated, I think, so give it a shot, and I don't think you'll regret it, and you'll like it even more once they have anti-champion mods again, so prepare for when that happens, probably next season. But yep, that's my builds, and thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.